Mr. Simon, good morning to you.
Morning, Judge.
Who's your client?
Mohammed Omar.
Mohammed Omar has not showed, I don't think yet.
I told him 9 o'clock. That was what I had on my calendar.
Fine. iPhone 7, can you unmute yourself, start your camera, please? Good morning to you. What is your name, sir?
Antonio Gates.
Antonio Gates.
Yes, sir.
Any relation to the Antonio Gates Hall of Fame football player?
Yes, that's my dad.
That's good. Now you were a good football player too.
Yeah, I currently attend Michigan State University, and I'm about to transfer to another college. I'm in the transfer portal currently.
Man, I hate that we're losing.
Yeah, Michigan State just It's all right though. I always got love for it, but I gotta get out of Michigan though.
It's been a tough few years to state.
Yeah.
We'll see how they end up. Let's see.
There were other cases called. Oh.
See what you have here. Do you have a valid license, Mr. Gates?
No, my license is suspended.
All right, Harris. Oh, he didn't say he needed an interpreter. He said he didn't. Let's talk to Green.
We think an interpreter would help because while he understands, I think if they translate it to his native language, it might help him understand better.
Very good.
Trump has made history and is back in the White House. And you're
user, good morning. Put on that, sitting in that car with that car hat on. What's your name, please?
David Garrett.
This plan will save America and make it great. Right now, I want you to have it for free.
I usually don't allow courtroom. This is my courtroom, but so who's got some background? Turn the background noise off, please.
Introduces the world's first.
But you seem to be outside. Or in a car.
You want me to step out the car?
No. I want you to take the hat off if you're in play, if the car's got heat in it and stuff.
Oh no, yeah, I can. Even if it's off right now, but I'll do that, no problem.
Let's see, David Lee Garrett.
Yes, sir.
Do you have a license?
No.
He takes the hat off but puts the hood on.
Look at my hair.
That don't make no sense.
How about a hat?
A hat. So I guess y'all are younger than I am. When you come into a building or come into a courtroom, which this is a courtroom now, a man takes his hat off. But I guess those rules.
It's cold outside right now.
No, that's why I said it. I said you didn't have to do it because it was cold, but you said I said you don't have to do it because I saw you out there it was cold.
And
But you
then you
said
told
no,
me
it's not
I'm a
cold.
man. We in the court. Take your hat off.
Yeah, but you said it was. I said it was cool because I knew you were outside. But you said no, it wasn't. It was cool. You'll take it off, and then you take it off and put your hood on.
It's cold outside. It's snowing outside.
All right, you don't get it. All right, Miss Harris, go ahead with Shamir Green. Let's open up. Let's get going. I don't know when the city's gonna come in.
State of Michigan 36th District Court is now in session with the Honorable Judge Sean Perkins presiding. While court is in session, there will be no smoking, eating, drinking, sleeping, and/or laying down. I will ask that if you have on any hats or hoodies, that you please remove them unless due to religious purposes. Thank you, everyone. Good morning to Judge. Good morning to everyone.
All right, good morning, everyone. I'm gonna do the best I can to get you out as fast and efficiently as possible. And I'm gonna try to get you out in the order that you came in. I have everybody's order. I just need to name one other person. I think they fell off. So, Mr. Simon, do you need to, oh, you're waiting on your client anyway.
Well, I can speak with the city attorney, if he's available.
Well, you and Mr. Hurston go to the breakout room 4 and wait on the city attorney. I'll make sure he gets there as soon as he checks in.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, are we ready on anyone?
Me, I'm ready to talk with,
No, you're not ready. You need an interpreter.
oh,
No, you're not ready. I'm asking that to the lawyers. All right, we'll just keep getting you all in the breakout room. Greenfield, I'll put you in with Miss. What's going on with Miss Goff, Mr. Barry? You need to speak with the city.
Correct, Your Honor.
All right. I'm gonna put Miss Goff in room 6, and then I'm gonna put Greenfield. Speak to Shamar Greenfield in 2. Mr. Greenfield, you have an absolute right to a trial if you don't like the offer. Mr. Berry's going to speak with you about your case. Unmute yourself, please. Good morning to you. So if you don't like the offer presented to you, you have an absolute right to a trial, okay? Is that Officer Tyson there?
Yes, sir.
Good morning. You got to take your hat off, Officer Tyson, please.
Oh, sorry, sir.
Ms. Harris, you need somebody?
Yes.
Charlie Grant is already represented. That gets me down to Jamal Griffin. Jamal Griffin, same thing. Turn your camera on, sir. Where's Jamal Griffin?
Good morning.
Good morning to you, Mr. Griffin. Ms. Harris is going to speak to you about your case. Keep in mind, she's going to get you an offer. If you don't like the offer, you have an absolute right to a trial, all right?
okay, sir.
All right. Join the room, please. on that iPhone, you turn your camera on, please, and state your name. That iPhone, I let in the room.
It's Daher Gomez Hernandez.
Good morning to you. You said Gomez Hernandez.
Yes.
Necesitas interpreter. Mr. Gomez Hernandez, do you need an interpreter?
Yes.
Let's see. I don't see him on the docket.
Okay.
Oh, Gomez Hernandez, Dar Gomez Hernandez. Now, let's get call the city and let's get a city attorney in here.
Please continue.
Trooper Ball, good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. Ryder. Just seeking.
Morning, Your Honor.
I do have the attorney appeared. He said he'll be back by 9:20.
Okay.
Okay, I let the judge know. All right.
What's going on?
They see, I double checked to see if the phone here, he's not here. They said they're waiting for people to come in slowly due to the weather.
Weather. They knew the weather was bad. We were just talking about that, right?
Yes. Yeah.
All right, let's Ms. Barrett, good morning to you.
Good morning. I can't hear.
All right, are we ready, Mr. Griffin?
Yes.
Attorney Jadala, good morning to you.
Good morning,
Sure.
Mr. Lamont Longstreet.
Okay, very good. Lamont Longstreet is in, I'll put him in breakout room 7. And I know you're waiting on the city. I gave you privileges. You can go in there and speak with your client if you need to.
I was going to ask Judge, would you be able to set a bench trial date on the matter?
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm trying to get back. Now go grab him out of that break. I'll try to pull him out that breakout room. I think he joined it all. All right, let's get going. Are we ready, Ms. Williams? This is the City of Detroit versus Jamal Ali Griffin. Case number SP-163. I got some background noise I need to have quieted, please. SP-163-5610, counts 1 and counts 2. Appearance for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Good morning to the staff. Sheriff Harris, P72H32 on behalf of Mr. Griffith. Please state your name for the record.
Mayo Ali Griffith.
All right, good morning to you, Mr. Griffin. This is the state and time set for pre-trials. My understanding you want to take a deal.
Yes, Your Honor.
Raise your right hand, please. You swear or affirm, tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth.
Yes, Your Honor.
You put your hand down. You understand the maximum possible penalty for this offense is 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines.
Yes, I do.
You understand that you have an absolute right to a trial.
Yeah.
Ms. Harris, your other advice or rights in the breakout room, did she not?
Yeah.
You understood those rights?
Yes, I did.
Questions about those rights?
No, sir.
You know, by taking this deal, you're going to give those rights up, do you?
Yes.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what's been stated in the record?
No.
Let me draw your attention back to October 19, 2024, around 2:38 p.m. in the city of Detroit area, Gresham and Van Dyke. Did you have an occasion on that day to come in contact with the Detroit Police Department?
I didn't quite hear you, sir.
Did you have an occasion? Did you hear the date and time was October 19, 2024 at 2:38 p.m. in the city of Detroit in the area of Gresham and Van Dyke. Did you have an occasion on that day to come in contact with the Detroit Police Department?
Yes.
Were you operating a motor vehicle?
Yes, I was.
Or did the officer ask you to produce a valid driver's license?
Yes, he did ask.
You couldn't do so, could you?
No.
Why is that?
Because I don't.
Because what go ahead. Because why couldn't you produce that license?
Because I don't have a valid driver's license.
Very well. Find your client guilty, Ms. Harris, of the amended count of allowing with stipulation of probable cause. I'll dismiss the other matter.
So stipulated, Your Honor.
240, sir. I'll dismiss upon payment. When can you pay it?
It's $240.
Yes.
Maybe sometime in February. But I got the holiday coming up. I'm off 2 weeks for the holiday, and I have a small child, and my rent is expensive. So right now, that's why I asked her, can I get put on a payment plan or something? Maybe.
Right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you 30 days. And then that 30 days, within that 30 days, either you pay it off, pay it at any div that kiosk in the city of Detroit. I'm told you can upload that div that app to your phone, or you come on down to the courthouse and pay it, or I'm gonna mark the file allow payment plan. So either you do one of those two things, either you pay it or come on down and get into a payment plan. All right.
Okay. If there's no way I can pay it online.
It is a way you can pay it online, but I don't suggest that because it takes so long to go through. If I suggest one of those two ways, div that kiosk, I'm told you can upload the div that app to your phone, and that will go through instantly, and I will know. So come back January 13, 2025 at 8:25. If it's nothing further, sir, have a safe, happy holiday season, and best of luck to you. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Mr. Jadala, are you ready on Longstreet?
Yes, Your Honor.
City of Detroit versus Lamont Stephen Longstreet Jr. Case number SP-1633226. Counts 1 and counts 2. Appearance for the record, please.
Your Honor, respectfully, Samuel Jadala, P62186, appearing on behalf of Mr. Longstreet. At this time, Your Honor, we respectfully request this matter be set for bench trial.
All right, Mr. Longstreet, state your name for the record, please.
Lamont Longstreet.
Good morning to you. Trial date of February 20th, 2025. at 9 a.m. If there's nothing further, both of you have a safe, happy holiday season and best of luck to you.
To you and your family, Judge Perkins. Thank you.
Thank you.
So much. Ms. Barrett, do you have anybody ready? I have Muhammad Omar. Who had Muhammad Omar? Anybody else ready? Mr. Barrett, is your client Greenfield ready?
Yes, Your Honor, ready as to Mr. Greenfield.
Let me get Stephen Lewis. This is the city of Detroit versus Stephen Denzel Lewis, case number SP 1150140, counts 1 and counts 2. Appearance for the record, please.
Yes.
I mean, state your name for the record, please, Mr. Lewis.
Stephen Denzel Lewis.
Good morning to you. Today is the date and time set for a review in the matter, and I think you got into a payment plan.
Yes, Your Honor.
No, yes, you got into a payment plan, sir. So have a safe, happy holiday season, and best of luck to you. All right.
All right. Thank you too.
Thank you. Greenfield is ready.
Ready, Your Honor.
City of Detroit versus Shamar Greenfield, case number SP 162100501, SP 162176671. Appearance for the record, please.
Elwood S. Berry Jr. on behalf of the defendant. State your full name, Mr. Greenfield. Marley L. Greenfield. Your Honor.
Go ahead, Mr. Barrett.
Mr. Greenwood would avail himself of the people's offer to enter a plea to allowing and as to the license charge and limited access 1 to 5 as to the other matter.
Is that what you want to do, sir?
Sir.
Can you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Or you can put your hand down. Do you understand the maximum possible penalty for this offense is 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that you have an absolute right to a trial?
Sir.
Mr. Berry went over your other advice and rights in Breakout 1, did he not? Did he not, sir?
Yes, sir.
You understood those rights?
Yes, sir.
Any questions about those rights?
Yes, sir.
You know, by taking this deal, you're going to give those rights up?
Yes, sir.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what's been stated in the record?
No, sir.
Let me draw your attention back to October the 19th, 2024, around 8:02 p.m. in the city of Detroit, in the area of East Davison Service Drive and McDougal Street. Did you have an occasion on that day to come encounter with the Detroit Police Department?
Yes, sir.
Were you operating a vehicle?
Yes, sir.
Did the officer ask you to produce a valid driver's license?
Yes, sir.
You could not do so, could you?
No, sir.
Why is that?
Do not have one, sir.
All right. Were you speeding on that day, sir?
No, sir. Actually,
well, let's not talk about that. Those are the specifics of the case. Mr. Berry, you want to talk to the city about that speeding ticket? I wasn't going to fine them, but I was gonna let you go without a fine on that, just fine you on the one. But that does abstract to the Secretary of State. And I don't know what your license status is or what's going on with your license. That abstraction may have a negative impact. What do you want to do with that? He indicates. Let me go off the record. Officer Courtney, good morning to you. Can you take your hat off, please?
Waive the second one. That'll be fine with me.
You say what?
Waive the second one. That'll be fine with me.
Let's go back on Officer Courtney. Good morning to you. Can you take your hat off, please? Thank you. All right, let's go back on the record. Greenfield, but you said you didn't speed.
Well,
she wrote the ticket, Your Honor. She wrote the ticket. So all I can tell you is what I did versus what she did. That's something different.
The charge is unsafe manner, Your Honor. You have speeding on the ticket?
Well, unsafe manner, I think that's why it doesn't have any notes on there. I think that's typically speeding.
Want to know what happened? I can explain what happened.
Just be quiet, sir.
I want to, you know, what it is if we're going to contest this, then I can't hear your side until I hear the officer's side. I want the city to come in and I want the city to.
The officer is prepared to have this matter dismissed.
And you said, how do you know that?
He said so.
The officer is?
Yes, he spoke up. The gentleman you told to take off his hat?
No, that's not the officer.
Oh.
That wrote this ticket. Hey, let's give me a minute, Mr. Greenfield, all right?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna wait till the city comes in and we'll go over that. Who else is ready?
Judge, I need to check in on my 2 cases.
I asked you who are your two cases?
I'm sorry, 1 second. I had it in front of me. I have Trayvon. They should be set for trial. Sorry, I'm looking at them.
Giles Brown.
Trayvon Brown, yes.
Yes, I'm here.
Marcus Gill.
I'm gonna put Giles Brown in 7, and I'm gonna put Gibbs in 8. Those are your 2 rooms.
Okay, Judge. I gotta talk to the. Yes.
We're waiting on the city attorney.
Okay, thank you.
Just trying to see, am I checked in by any chance?
You are. Good morning to you.
Okay.
Do you want all the officers in room 1?
You can. I was just gonna let them sit here until city comes in.
Okay.
What about do you have anybody ready, Ms. Harris?
I don't. Mr. Lopez, we were still waiting on an interpreter.
All right, so has Charlie ever connected to audio? He's never connected to audio. Sebastian Blanco needs an interpreter. Goodlow, Terrence Goodlow.
Yes, sir.
Good morning to you.
Good morning, sir. How you feeling today?
Well, I'm about to show.
Man, I woke up today. That's the first blessing. So I can't call.
City of Detroit versus Terrence Goodlow, case number SP 163-43451. Appearance for the record, please.
Erica Harris, on behalf of Mr. Goodlow, please state your name.
Yep. Terrence Goodlow.
Mr. Goodlow, today is the date and time set for a pretrial. Do you have valid insurance, sir?
Nope.
We put you in a breakout room, Ms. Harris. You have an absolute right to trial. Offer's going to be in proper plate. $240 will be the fine. Speak to Ms. Harris about it. All right.
No problem.
Augusto Cesar Gutierrez.
Buenos días.
Buenos días. Necesitas interpreter.
Sí, por favor.
Un momento. Dennis Grant. Dennis Grant. Is Dennis Grant here? Unmute yourself, please. Dennis Grant, I'm sending you the link to the thing to unmute yourself, please.
Yes, I'm here, Your Honor.
Good morning to you.
Good
What
morning.
is your middle name, sir?
Van.
City of Detroit, Mr. Berry versus Dennis Van Grant, case number U68806-024. Appearance for the record, please.
Elwood S. Berry Jr. on behalf of the defendant. State your full name, Mr. Grant.
Dennis Van Grant.
All right, good morning to you. Today is the date and time set for a pre-trial, is it, Mr. Berry?
Yes,
I don't know what the city's gonna offer on this. Mr. Grant, I'm gonna put you in a breakout room, have a conversation with Mr. Berry. And I think, do they have an offer? Do they say offer already?
There's no offer, Your Honor.
No offer, no offer.
Charged. Yeah.
You have an absolute right to a trial, sir. Put him in a put you in a breakout room with Mr. Berry, and you can have a conversation with him about it, all right?
Yes, sir.
Join the room, please. Is that Anaja Gutierrez?
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Is that correct? Give me the correct pronunciation of your name, ma'am, please.
It's Anaja Gutierrez.
Anaja, you're gonna have to get that background noise quiet, please.
I'm getting away from that. I'm sorry. I'm away now.
All right, just give me a minute when I get a lawyer back.
Okay, thank you.
All right, let's go back on the record with Mr. Goodlow. Mr. Goodlow, I've given you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Counsel, what's your client want to do?
Your Honor, my client is going to plead pursuant to the recommendation. He would just request time to pay any fines and costs imposed by the court.
I'm gonna give him the 30 days, get into a payment plan, or you get into a payment plan, or you set it for a trial, and the trial will be February 20th. It's not going to change. The offer won't change. The only thing it'll do is stay the same or get better for you. What do you want to do?
Let's get better.
It could get better. It could get better.
Let's get better. Let's get better.
So let's try. Trial date, February 20th, 2025 at 9 a.m. All right.
Thanks so much. Have a blessed day.
You have a better one. Have a safe, happy holiday season, sir. Best of luck.
You and your family as well. Thank y'all so much.
Let's call the City of Detroit versus Anaje Alexis Gutierrez. Case numbers SP 1121114, counts 1 and 2 and 3. SP 1647067, counts 1, 2, and 3. Appearance for the record, please. Ms. Harris.
Your Honor, does this belong to Mr. DiMaggio?
Mr. DiMaggio? Oh, is this Mr. DiMaggio's case? All right, you have to pass the matter. He's not here yet. All right, you have to wait on your attorney, Ms. Gutierrez. Simon, is Simon ever? He needs to speak with the city attorney. Gets me down Antonio Gates.
Yes, sir.
City of Detroit versus Antonio Dwayne Gates Jr. Case number SP 1632779. Appearance for the record, please.
Sherika Harris, on behalf of Mr. Gates, please state your name for the record.
Antonio Gates.
For purposes of arraignment, my client stands mute.
Enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. Will give your client a $0 bond. It's an absolute right to a trial. The offer is going to be allowing $240 fine, dismiss upon payment. Put you in a breakout room with Ms. Harris, have a conversation with her. Let us know what you want to do when you come out, all right?
Yes, sir.
Join the room, please. On that telephone, 313-266-2405. Good morning to you. What is your name, please?
Roseanne Garab.
Say that again.
Roseanne Garab.
Garab?
Yes, Ghurab. I was trying to log into the Zoom, but I don't know. I'm having problems with the Wi-Fi, so I had just called the court, and they gave me this number to call.
Tell the last name again, please.
It's G like George, Hurab like boy.
Okay. All right, good morning to you. Sit tight, please. Mr. Berry, are you ready on anyone?
Ready as to Mr. Grant, Your Honor.
Let's go back on the record with Mr. Grant. Mr. Grant, I've given you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Counsel, what's your client want to do?
Your Honor, my client seeks a trial date and the appointment of counsel.
Is that what you want to do, Mr. Grant?
Yes, sir.
I need a good phone number from you, please.
313-452-7388.
All right, and I'm going to give you 2 dates. The first date is going to be January the 21st. I'm setting that date so that we know that the attorney has made contact with you. And I'm going to give you a trial date on February the 20th, 2025. 8:30 for the first one, 9 a.m. for the second one. You need to answer the calls you don't recognize. One of those calls should be that appointed attorney. If you don't hear from that attorney on January the 21st, when you come back, we're going to get one appointed to you on the spot, all right?
Yes, sir.
You have a safe, happy holiday season, sir, and best of luck to you, all right?
Same to you and your family.
Thank you. That Samsung keeps coming in and out. It gets me down to Mr. Garrett. What's your middle name, Mr. Garrett, if you have one?
I'm sorry, you're talking, is it Garab?
No, David Lee Garrett.
Lee?
Yes. It's the city of Detroit, Mr. Berry versus David Lee Garrett. Case number SP 1608869, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 1647699, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 164773331. Hearing for the record, please.
Elwood S. Berry Jr., on behalf of the defendant, state your full name, Mr. Garrett.
David Lee Garrett.
Your Honor, for purposes of arraignment, my client would stand muted.
We'll enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. We'll give your client a $0 bond. The other cases that I call into the record are newer cases that haven't docked yet, Mr. Garrett. We're going to treat it like a one-stop shop and bundle them all together, all right? Mr. Berry, when you're ready, I'll name those cases.
Ready, Your Honor.
It's 1 misdemeanor driving while unlicensed and 3 civil infractions. 1 failure to stop at a stop sign, no valid registration, and no proof of insurance. Mr. Garrett, we're going to have to wait until the city comes in to get you an updated offer, unless you just want to go straight to trial.
Our Wi-Fi acting up.
I don't see anything that is affecting Mr. Garrett from getting a valid driver's license, at least as it relates to the 36th District Court. So I'll let you speak to Mr. Berry in a breakout room. Let us know what you want to do when you come out, all right?
All right.
Join the room, please. On that telephone at 313-523-3903. Good morning to you. What is your name, please?
Kenneth Lockhart Sr.
Lockhart?
Yes, LOCKHART.
And it is, what's your first name?
Kenneth, KENNETH.
I got you. All right, good morning to you.
Good morning to you, sir.
I'm waiting on a lawyer, so. Interpreter. Are we ready, Ms. Harris, on Gates?
Your Honor, we do have a question with regards to Mr. Gates.
Let's go back on the record with Mr. Antonio Wayne Gates Jr. What is your question, Ms. Harris?
Your Honor, is it possible to review his driving record to see if his license will be reinstated as of tomorrow? He thinks it's a date in December.
Run his license, please, Ms. Mathis. Oh. His license is valid as restricted. I'm going to dismiss the case for providing valid documentation. Mr. Gates. If there's nothing further, have a safe and happy holiday season, all right?
Happy holidays to you too.
All right. We'll be looking for your landing spot, all right?
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
All right. Have a great day.
You too. Ms. Harris, can I ask you a question real quick?
You may.
Want to go back in the breakout room to ask that question?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
All right. Rejoin the room, please.
Okay.
Mr. Berry, are you ready on Garrett? No, obviously not, because you need to get an updated offer.
Correct, Your Honor.
So. Gibbs and there. Muhammad Omar was whose client? Is that Mr. Simon's client?
The docket says so.
The docket says so?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Simon, your client, Muhammad Omar is here. I'm going to put your client in breakout room 10, okay?
I see the officers here too, but I haven't had a chance to speak with the city attorney yet.
Yeah, we're waiting on the city attorney now. We're waiting on the city attorney. We're waiting on the interpreter. Good morning, Corporal Bennett.
for him.
Who had an eye at Gutierrez? Oh, we're waiting on DiMaggio for Gutierrez.
While we're still waiting on my attorney for this, I wanted to ask you a question if that's okay.
What is that?
I actually just found out like 2 days ago, they sent me something else in the mail saying that I have another court date with you today at 1:30 for.
We're gonna wrap it all up. We're gonna treat it like a one-stop shop, man. Well, I called all those cases into the record.
Yeah, we can get that out the way. That's all.
Yes.
Not right now, but when I get called up.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Attorney Janadian.
Yes, Judge.
We have the trooper here. I don't know if the trooper wants to speak to the city or not. This is a civil infraction, but we're waiting on the city to come in.
Okay.
Ms. Harris, are we ready?
Yes, I think so. I don't have anybody waiting except for we're waiting for the interpreter for Mr. Lopez.
We're waiting on the interpreter for a few people.
Now, he may have understood because the advice was to go, he needed to make his appointment to get his license.
Well, we'll just wait and make sure he understands, because he indicated that he was hesitant when I first asked him the question.
Excuse me?
Good morning to you, ma'am. What is your tell the person to remove their sombrero, please. All right. What is that gentleman's name? Who's got the case?
His name is Ramiro Sanchez. We haven't spoken to anybody, so we wanted to see if we can go into a room to speak to someone.
Not yet. When we call your case, but I need to find out Ramiro Sanchez. I don't see him on the docket. Is that his full name?
It's Gonzalez Ramiro Sanchez.
Gonzalez Ramiro Sanchez?
Sanchez Gonzalez.
Yeah, it's Ramiro Gonzalez Sanchez. I don't know how you guys have it on there, if the middle name is first or the last name is first.
I lost my internet connection and got out of the chat. So I'm back in the judge's room again. Yeah.
Tell him he's a day late and $1 short. He was supposed to be here yesterday.
You back in?
My father?
Okay.
Yes.
It shows here that it was for today. Because, let me see.
Yeah.
Sit tight.
Yeah.
We're waiting on an interpreter.
Okay.
Charlie, can you unmute yourself, please?
Judge Perkins, I had a internet issue and I got disconnected from the chat.
You need to go back. We'll just sit tight. We're waiting on it.
Thank you so much. Okay, he's aware of it.
That gets me down to is that, give me the correct pronunciation, Goodlow? Rob?
Yes, Garab.
Rob.
Yes, good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning to you.
How are you?
Ms. Harris, this is Roseanne Rob. Case number SP 1606307. Here to the record, please.
Sarah Gutierrez on behalf of defendant Garab, please state your name for the record.
Roseanne Garab.
For purposes of arraignment, my client stands mute.
We'll enter a not guilty plea in your client's behalf. We'll give your client a $0 bond. She's on the telephone, so I don't know whether you have valid insurance or not. Speak to Ms. Harris.
I do, Your Honor.
She's going to get you an offer, and maybe you can find a way to zoom in to show us the insurance.
I tried to log in, Your Honor, earlier with Zoom, and I wasn't able to log in for some reason, but I do have proof of insurance.
Ms. Harris can probably help you, all right? Join the room, please.
Thank you so much.
She's in there.
Thank you so much.
You need someone, Mr. Berry?
If the I'm waiting on a couple of people, but I can take another person for sure to talk.
We'll just wait. We'll wait. We'll wait. You have people lined up, so we'll wait. We're waiting on the city to come in. Well, I'm gonna start dismissing cases if the city doesn't come in. Tell them I'm gonna start dismissing cases. I'll pay Corporal Spidell. Make sure you check back in, please. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Yes, sir, I will.
All right. Are we ready on Rob?
I'm letting her into the meeting now. At least I hope that was her. Sorry for not asking first.
Yes, it's me.
Let's go back on the Mr. Rob. Good morning to you. Let's see. Do you have insurance, ma'am?
I'm sorry?
You have valid insurance?
I do.
Let's see what you have.
Okay, can I share my screen or how am I going to be able to? I'm sorry?
Just hold it up. Or is it on the
it's on my phone. 1 second.
Send it to my email address or send it into the chat. I'm gonna put my email address in the chat.
Okay, I can email it to you. What's the email?
I'm putting it in the chat now.
Oh, okay.
Pass the matter. Morning, Mr. Walker. You got a host of I'm gonna give you privileges. You have a host of attorneys. Breakout room 4, please, for all the attorneys that need to speak to Mrs. Walker. And then the officers will be in breakout room 1.
Sounds good, Judge. Thank you. Okay, Your Honor, I sent it.
When I see it, I'll recall it.
I'm sorry?
When I see it, I'll recall the case, all right?
Yeah, thank you.
Ms. Gutierrez, your lawyer is here. Good morning, Mr. DiMaggio.
Good morning, Judge.
Whoa. I'm gonna, Ms. Gutierrez, let's go back on the record with Ms. Gutierrez. Mr. DiMaggio, can you put your appearance on the record, please?
Yes, Judge. Andrew DiMaggio, P45619, on behalf of Ms. Gutierrez.
All right, today is the date and time set for a show cause, and Ms. Gutierrez has some additional cases for arraignment this afternoon, so we're gonna treat it like a one-stop shop. You have the 3 cases for show cause, Mr. DiMaggio?
I wasn't sure exactly what was going on with this case. It was originally given to another date, so I'm not exactly sure.
Let me give you the cases, and then I'm gonna let you go to the breakout room.
Okay.
And speak with the city.
Thank you, good.
Are you ready?
Yes.
One is a no insurance misdemeanor.
Right.
The other was failure to report an accident.
Okay.
The other was leaving the scene of a property damage accident. Okay. No insurance misdemeanor. Unregistered, untitled. And a civil infraction of failure to stop. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 misdemeanors and 1 civil infraction. I'm going to put you in a breakout room. 4, you can go to 4 and wait on the city and speak with them about getting an updated offer. I told your client to keep in mind she has an absolute right to a trial. And I'm going to put your client in breakout room 9. All right.
Could I go to the prosecutor first?
You can, and then you have privileges, so you will be able to move around and move your client out of breakout room. And keep in mind, if your client wants to take a deal, she has make sure you read her advice or rights, please.
I always do. Thank you, Judge. All right, then.
Clear room, Ms. Gutierrez. Mr. Simon, are you ready? Is anyone ready yet? Not yet. Ms. Harris, do you have anyone? Oh, let's go back on the record with Ms. Garab. Ms. Garab, I do have that I'm gonna dismiss the case for providing valid documentation.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Have a safe and happy holiday season and best of
You
luck.
too. You too. Happy New Year's and Merry Christmas.
You as well.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you all.
Do I just leave the meeting?
Yeah, you just leave the meeting now.
Thank you, sir.
Zoom user never came back. Let's go to, let's get down to Lockhart.
Yes, here. Lockhart present.
Yeah, good morning to you. Give me 1 second. I just do not see Lockhart on the docket.
Kenneth Lockhart?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Your Honor, if I may, I think I came.
Hold on a second, please.
Okay.
City of Detroit versus Kenneth Lavelle Lockhart, case number SP 6343781. Appearance for the record, please.
Sherrica Harris, on behalf of Mr. Lockhart, please state your name for the record.
Kenneth Lavelle Lockhart Sr.
Today is the date and time set for a pre-trial. Speak to Ms. Harris about it, all right? Put you in a breakout room, Mr. Lockhart. You have an absolute right to a trial. He's in there. Oh, he has insurance in here. All right, let's go back on the record. Lockhart, I'm going to dismiss the case for providing valid documentation. It's insurance in the file.
Thank you, Your Honor.
There's nothing.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Have a safe and happy holiday season and best of luck to you.
Okay, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
You as well. Veronica Little, City of Detroit versus Veronica Little, case number SP 1621954, counts 1 and counts 2. SP 1641057, counts 1, 2, and 3, and SP 1621953. Appearance for the record, please.
Sherrica Harris, on behalf of Ms. Little, please state your name.
Ms. Little, state your name for the record, please.
Monica Little.
Today is the date and time set for a pre-trial. Sheriff, I'm going to put you in a breakout room. Ms. Little, have a conversation with her. Ms. Little, she's going to get you an offer. If you don't like the offer, keep in mind you have an absolute right to a trial, right?
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Mr. Berry, what about golf? Oh, he's in the breakout. Lopez Hernandez. No, Romero Sanchez Gonzalez. Mr. Canadian, are you ready?
I did talk to Miss Walker. I don't know if the plea offer has been sent over already or she's going to bring it back into the courtroom.
Well, you know it, don't you?
I think she said she was reducing it to a 1-point offense.
Well, do you want to wait and make sure?
Yeah, I'll wait just to make sure. Sure, Judge.
Oh.
Want any mix-ups.
She's in there now. You can go back in there and make sure if you want.
Oh, okay, I'll head back in there. To room 4? Okay.
Yes.
Your Honor, is it possible to discuss one of the matters? I had an opportunity to talk to the city attorney in the breakout room.
Yeah, who's your client?
Client is Charlie Grant.
Charlie Grant. Okay, do you need to speak with Mr. Grant?
I don't believe so, Your Honor. Essentially, what we've done is we're going to schedule another pretrial in January. There's some work that's already being performed, and so by the time we get to mid-January, everything should be ready, and we think at that point in time we'll be able to settle the matter with the city. So we're just asking for an adjournment. The city attorney said that'd be fine.
What's it set for today? A pretrial or a trial?
A pretrial.
I'm going to say let's just go to trial then. City of Detroit versus Charlie J. Grant Jr. Case number B125233924, B12524-024. Appearance for the record, please.
Morning, Your Honor. Matt Herstein here on behalf of Mr. Grant.
Mr. Grant, good morning to you. State your name for the record, please.
Charlie James Grant Jr.
Okay, today, good morning. Today is the date and time set a pre-trial. What is the let's do it like this. Let's set it for a pre-trial, and then let's set it for a trial too. So that way, if it doesn't get resolved on the date of the pre-trial, we will already have that on track. All right.
That sounds great. Thank you.
The 21st of January is going to be the trial, the pre-trial date at 8:30. And then I'm going to set a trial date for the 20th of February at 9 a.m. All right.
Your Honor, I will not be in town on the 20th. Could we possibly do it on either the 13th or the 27th?
On the 20th, are you talking about January? I'm talking about the 21st of January. Will you be in town then?
Yes, that date works, Your Honor. The 20th of
February. Let's deal with we'll deal with the other date around that time then. You say the 21st of February?
I'm out the week of February 17th, so the 17th through the 21st, I'm unavailable.
You're unavailable? So can we do the February 24th, Ms. Mathis?
Try.
Yes.
February 24th should be okay.
February 24th. All right. That's just in case we need it. All right. There's nothing further. You have a safe and happy holiday season. I'll see you both back at the new year on January 21st. Best of luck to you.
Thank you, Judge Perkins, and happy holiday to you and your family.
And thank you as well.
Excuse me, Judge Perkins?
Hold on. Counselor, did you put your P number on the record?
Oh, I did not put my P number on, Your Honor. I apologize. P number is 68596.
68596. All right. Safe and happy holiday seasons. Investigator Tyson, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Oh, okay, very well. You're here on that as well, right?
I am.
All right. Can you put your appearance on the record, Officer Tyson?
Sure. Karen Tyson, City of Detroit, Building Safety Engineering.
Very good. All right. You got the dates as well, Officer Tyson. So you're free to come back on the pretrial if you choose.
Will do. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
This is the state of Michigan versus Rafi Georges, case number SX439-82841. Appearance for the record, please.
Good afternoon again. Good morning, Your Honor. Garrett Ganadia, P47999 on behalf of Mr. Georges. This is a date and time set for a formal hearing in this case. I did speak with the city attorney. I know this case has been going around for a little while. We're asking for one more adjournment for my client to take a class. And then we're going to review this case one more time, if that's okay with the court.
Is that Officer Ball? Good morning to you. Trooper Ball, good morning to you. Can you put your appearance on the record, please?
Good morning, Your Honor. Officer Ball, Michigan State Police, badge number 152.
Okay, good morning to you. Now, what is the benefit of taking the class, Mr. Janadian?
Ms. Walker, she said there's no guarantees, but it might help him get his case lowered a little bit more than what it is. And I know Mr. Officer Ball is taking a good, strong look at the case already. We're just hoping maybe if he goes to a class, it might get a little better than what the offer is. Not necessarily blocking traffic, but maybe something with no points.
I think that's what he's gonna ask for, Trooper Ball. All right. All right.
Morning, Your Honor.
All right.
Yeah, this is probably as low as I'm going to be going on this case. It is a CDL vehicle, so I don't have any wiggle room to lower it much lower where we're at.
Is it really out? No matter what we do, Officer, I don't mean to waste the court's time or your time, Officer. But is it really outside of your purview of jurisdiction? Even if we get a class, you got orders that this can't go much lower. He doesn't have a record, as you're aware.
Correct. He doesn't have a record as far as I could see. I know he had a couple, I think, some crashes prior to, but nothing speeding on his license. But yeah, this is as low as I'm going to go. This is.
All right. If that's the case, then we'll just go with what the plea is today. And I appreciate you. I know you've been down here a few times in this, Officer Ball, and I appreciate the fact that you're lowering it as far as you are.
All right. So what is the
we'll go at 6 to 10, Judge. Is that correct, Officer Ball?
Yes. 6 to 10.
Now 6 to 10, you thought it was a 1-pointer. 6 to 10 is a 2-pointer.
I thought it was 6 to 10 on the highway. It's 1.
Oh, limited access.
Is that okay, Officer Ball?
Yes, Your Honor. It's all in the same section. I know it all changed recently, and I don't have the book in front of me of what the points are.
Yeah, it did. You said it did change recently.
Well, within the last couple of years. So whatever you have.
Oh, I think 6 to 10 is the 2-point here that I have, and I hope my sheet is up to date. But 6 to 10, and as far as I know, limited access would be a 1 point.
Correct. It should be 1 point. They took away the trucks going to automatically 2 points, and they changed it to mirror, I believe, everything with passenger cars.
Well, I do know this, and for Mr. Janadia, I do know that they have. Hold on, somebody's making this. They have, and I don't know if I necessarily agree with it. I understand what the state is trying to do, and I'm gonna take a class on this soon. But they're saying that they're not allowing to mask CDL drivers driving record, in a sense that that's why they've gone away from blocking traffics and stuff. But my question is, if you don't do it for a CDL, if you're not going to do it for a CDL, how can you not do it for a regular person? How can you still do it for a regular person? But I'm still going to take that class on that and find out exactly what's going on. Now, if I understand Officer Trooper Ball correctly, it may be something different in the limited access on a commercial vehicle. Is that what you're saying?
I can look and see if I can find it in the book real quick, Your Honor, but I have to download it from the Secretary of State page.
Okay. You want to wait on that, Mr. J?
Sure.
Let's see if I can look on mine. I usually just go to the Secretary of State website and go to the speeding 2000. Let me see if it says commercial vehicle. It's 2100. Limited access. So I have here speeding limited access, violation of posted speed limit freeway 1 to 5, 0.6 to 10, 1 point. No, not valid for trucks 10,000 pounds or greater, cars pulling trailer. Enter actual speed followed by posted speed and speed box. Posted limit can only be 55, 65, 70, or 75. So I don't know how that's gonna affect us. We can try to get it in at 6 to 10. Speed limit trucks over 10,000 pounds. So,
My understanding, it's a smaller truck, for whatever that's worth.
That was a CDL. It was, I don't have the gross fuel ratings, but it was a truck tractor and a semi-trailer.
Okay.
well, if we can ask Ms. Mathis if she can put it in this way or not. And if it goes in, it goes in. I don't have any objection. I don't have any, I won't interfere with the deal that's made between you and the city, the trooper. Stipulate to the face of the ticket as an accurate factual basis for that responsibility on the client's behalf, counsel.
Responsible, Judge.
Stipulate, okay. With that, I'm going to find your client responsible for the limited access 6 to 10. What about your client's presence, counselor? You know, you're
he's working today, so I told him I was just going to try and work this out on his behalf.
And you're retained, and
yes.
You have the authority to enter into agreement on his behalf.
I do, Judge.
Let's see if we can get that in, Ms. Mathis. All right. We'll see if we can get it in. $135 will be the fine, and I'll give your client 2 weeks till January 2nd to pay it. Let's see if we can get it in right quick. If we can, then you're free to leave.
Thank you, Judge.
Work out something that's for your client. All right, let's pass that matter. Mr. Simon, are you ready?
Yes, Judge.
Omar Mohammed?
Yes, Judge.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Is that your client, Mr. Simon?
Yes, Your Honor. Muhammad Omar.
Muhammad Omar.
Yeah.
No, this is commercial vehicle. It goes in. It's not gonna take it to this. We've already tried. See this little white line right here? Says access speed, not commercial. Yep. It's not gonna take it.
Well, Judge, just to kind of fill you in from.
Wait a minute, wait. I'm sorry, Mr. Simon. Let's go back on the record with Mr. Gorgeous. It's not going to take it. So I guess the only other resolution is Trooper Ball still here?
Yes, Your Honor.
I guess the only other resolution would be to dismiss this and rewrite a new ticket.
Will not be dismissing to rewrite the ticket.
All right, Judge, why don't we at least adjourn it so I can talk to my client about what our options are, and for whatever it's worth, I will have him take this class, and maybe we can take another look at this later.
All right, hand me the file. All right. I'll put the better drivers in the chat. That's just one of the classes I think that you can take any class that's authorized by the state. Do we need we'll just set it for another formal hearing last time on the 20th of February at 9 a.m.
Thank you, Judge.
Trooper Ball, you be safe out there. And Mr. Janadian, both of you have a safe and happy holiday season. And
thank you too, Judge. You be safe. Officer Ball, you be safe. Judge, you said February 20th?
February 20th, 9 a.m.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
All right, Trooper.
Have a good day, Officer Ball. Thanks, Judge.
This is the City of Detroit versus Mohammed Hassan Omar, case number SP 161-6629. Appearance for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jonathan Simon, P35596, on behalf of Mr. Omar.
Mr. Omar, good morning. Can you state your name for the record, please?
Muhammad Omar, Your Honor. Good morning.
Good morning. Today is the date and time set for formal hearing. Is there an officer here for Omar?
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning. Corporal Latch, badge 3603 with the Detroit Police Department's 3rd Precinct.
Good morning, Corporal Latch. Go ahead, Mr. Simon. Is there any resolution here?
Yes, Judge, after 3 hearings in in circuit court and supplemental briefings, Judge Sullivan determined that he did not have jurisdiction to remove those 3 points, holding instead that would have to be an action for mandamus in the Court of Claims. Excuse me. However, he did grant Mr. Omar a restricted license until January 25th, when he is scheduled to be reinstated by the Secretary of State. I spoke with Ms. Walker, and she has agreed to put this matter out past the 25th of January, provided Mr. Omar attends a class, and then we will revisit the issue sometime early next year.
I'll put the class in the chat. Certainly hope that your client appreciates all the work you've done on this, and that shows that appreciation by, not keeping his license and following the rules of the road. I can't say anything about this case because it's still an allegation, but I could definitely say he had some matters that he didn't follow because they took his license and we've done all this work. I'm going to set a formal hearing on February 20th, 2025 at 9 a.m. I'll put the class in the chat. Send me the certificate ahead of time so that I know he took the class, and then we'll come back for a formal hearing on that day. All right.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. I will convey that information, and we thank you very much. Wish you a happy new year, and Mr. Omar is very grateful to be able to continue driving, and we thank Corporal Latch for allowing this to happen.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, if there's nothing further, have a safe, happy holiday season. Corporal Latch, I might see you before the holidays, but if I don't, have a safe, happy holiday season, and be safe out there.
Thank you, too, Your Honor.
You too, one more time. I'm sorry, what was that adjournment date?
February 20th.
Okay, thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Did anybody speak to Goff?
Ms. Goff?
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are we ready to go on, Goff?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, this is the City of Detroit versus Kate Elizabeth Goff, case number SP 1625886, counts 1 and counts 2. Appearance for the record, please.
Elwood S. Berry Jr. on behalf of the defendant. State your full name, Ms. Goff.
Kate Elizabeth Goff.
All right, good morning to you. Today is the date and time set for a pretrial. What's going to go on with this case, Counselor? You're breaking up. All right, all of a sudden, Mr. Berry is breaking up pretty bad.
Per the prosecutor, she'd like to. What?
You broke up pretty bad.
Can I hear you now?
I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Per the prosecutor, we have Ms. Goff take the driver's course and return for a much better offer if the court permits.
That what you want to do, Ms. Goff?
Yes, please.
All right, I'm going to practice for trial. formal hearing on February 20th, 2025 at 9 a.m. Mr. Goff, I'll put the class in the chat. Can you access that?
How would I access that as a chat?
Go down and press the chat button down there and see if you can get into the chat. And it should tell you, you should see the
Yes, the betterdrivers.com.
yes.
Yes, I got that.
Take a screenshot of that, ma'am.
I have.
Send me the copy of that before your next court date, and we can make it'll expedite things. Okay.
Okay, for sure.
February 20th, 2025, 9 a.m. trial/formal hearing. Best of luck to you. Safe and happy holiday season.
Thank you. You as well, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Madam Interpreter, good morning to you.
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Celine Yu, the Spanish interpreter.
Good morning. Can you state your name for the record and your qualifications, please? You just went muted. I'm sorry. Did I do that?
Hi, Your Honor. This is Celine Yu, a Spanish interpreter. I'm certified medical interpreter 2020-97, and I'm awaiting for my results from the state to become a court certified interpreter.
Okay. Ms. Goff, you're free to leave, ma'am, February 20th.
Okay, thank you very much.
Take a screenshot of that better driver's license. Can you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm that you will truly, accurately, and impartially interpret in a manner not before the court, not divulge confidential communications, so help you God?
I do, Your Honor.
And do you swear or affirm that to the best of your ability you'll interpret from English to Spanish and Spanish to English?
I do, Your Honor.
You have a few people, so let's start with the city of Detroit versus Juan Sebastian Gilbanco, case number SP 1589070, counts 1, 2, and 3, and SP 1589087. Appearance for the records, please.
Buenos días, estamos en la causa de la Fiscalía contra el señor Juan Sebastián Gil Blanco. El número de la causa es SP 15890701, 1, 2 y 3, SP 15890701. Por favor, comparezcan.
Sherika Harris, on behalf of defendant Gil Blanco, please state your name for the record.
Sherika Harris, estoy representando al señor Gil Blanco. Por favor, preséntese.
Mute yourself, turn your camera on, please, Mr. Gil Blanco.
Por favor, prenda su micrófono y prenda su cámara, señor Gil Blanco. Señor Gil Blanco, por favor, prenda su micrófono, prenda su cámara y diga su nombre para que conste en actas.
Let's pass the map.
Vamos a pasar su causa.
Could we go back to Mr. Lopez, Your Honor?
Yes, let's go. All right, where is Lopez?
And because we already called it, could I just maybe pull Mr. Lopez and Madam Interpreter into a breakout room?
Very well.
No, we did not call it. I'm sorry. I don't think.
This is the city of Detroit. Where was he on the dock? Chavez Lopez?
Yes, Your Honor. He's at 835. He might be the last name under 835.
City of Detroit versus the Chavez Miguel Lopez, case number SP 1634234, counts 1 and counts 2. Appearance for the record, please.
Estamos en la causa de la Fiscalía contra el señor Miguel López. El número de la causa es SP 1634234 con 1 y 2 cargos. Por favor, preséntense.
Sarah Harris on behalf of Mr. Lopez, please state your name.
Yeah, my name is Miguel.
Sherika Harris, representando al acusado. Por favor, diga su nombre para que conste en actas.
Mi nombre es Miguel y David López Chávez y estoy aquí por motivo por mi corte, me pararon por mi
Good
por no
morning.
tener.
Un momento, por favor.
Okay.
Good morning. My name is David Miguel Chávez Lopez.
All right, today is the date and time set for a pre-trial. I'm gonna put you in a breakout room. Rejoin that room, Mr. Lopez.
Muy bien, lo voy a poner en un cuarto privado. Por favor, acepte la invitación.
Okay.
Your Honor, I had a Veronica Little, but I don't know what happened to her. I left the breakout room to speak with the prosecutor, and now I don't see her anymore.
All right, very well. All right, Mr. Berry.
Ready as to Mr. Garrett, Your Honor.
Now let's go back on the record with Mr. Garrett. Mr. Garrett, I've given you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Counsel, what's your client want to do?
Your Honor, my client would avail himself of the current offer of the people to enter pleas to 4 matters. Improper plates as to no. It's improper plates as a no insurance misdemeanor, and allowing as to the no registration, and as to the off docket matters, the no license charge would be reduced to failure to display, and the failure to stop would be reduced to impeding. The remaining matters to be dismissed.
So we have 1 allowing, 1 impeding, 1 improper plate, and 1 FTD.
Correct, Your Honor.
3 misdemeanors and 1 civil infraction.
Yes.
You want to take the deal, sir?
Yes.
Can you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yeah.
All right, you can put your hand down. Do you understand the maximum possible penalty for this offense is 93 days in jail and or $500 in fine?
Yes.
You understand that you have an absolute right to a trial?
Yes.
Mr. Berry went over your other advice or rights in the breakout room, did he not? Mr. Garrett? Did he freeze up?
He isn't frozen, but he doesn't seem to hear.
Garrett? You hear me? Mr. Berry went over your Mr. Berry went over your other advice or rights in the breakout room, did he not?
Yes.
You understood those rights?
Yeah.
Do you have any questions about those rights?
No.
Do you know by taking this deal, you're going to give those rights up?
Yeah. Yes.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what's been stated in the record?
No.
All right, let me draw your attention back to September 30th, 2024. at around 9:22 p.m. in the city of Detroit in the area of Bishop and Harper. Did you have an occasion on that day to come in encounter with the Detroit Police Department?
Yes.
Were you operating a motor vehicle?
Yes.
Did the officer ask you to produce a valid driver's license?
Yes.
You couldn't do so, could you, sir? You couldn't produce that license, could you?
Can you say that one more time? You breaking up?
I said you couldn't produce that license, could you?
No.
Why is that?
I never had one.
Very good. Find your client guilty of it. Did the officer ask you to produce valid insurance and registration for that vehicle as well?
Yes, sir.
You couldn't do that either, could you? You couldn't produce those documents either, could you, Mr. Garrett?
No.
Why is that? Could you not produce them because you didn't have them? I think his phone is breaking up. Could you not produce those? Why couldn't you produce? Why couldn't you produce the valid insurance and registration?
The vehicle had no insurance.
And no registration, right?
Correct.
Okay, I'll find him guilty of the amended counts of improper plate for the no insurance and improper plate for the unregistered untitled and failure to display for the not having a driver's license. Will you stipulate to the face of the ticket as an accurate factual basis for the responsible plea for the civil infraction, Mr. Berry?
So stipulated, Your Honor.
And stipulate the probable cause for the dismissal of the other stuff?
Yes, Your Honor, so stipulated.
All right, Mr. I'm only gonna fine you for 2 of these, all right, Mr. Garrett?
Okay.
It's gonna be like a Christmas present. All right, I'm gonna fine you $240 for the failure to display and $240 for the other improper plate. I will dismiss the improper plate upon payment. And then I'll find no fine for the other improper plate and no fine for the blocking traffic, all right?
Appreciate it.
$240 and $240, when can you pay?
I'm asking 30 days.
All right, I'm gonna give you until January the 13th, 2025. I'll mark the file allow payment plan. And paying at any DivDat kiosk in the city of Detroit. I'm told you can upload that DivDat app to your phone, or come on down to the courthouse and pay it in person, or come on down to the courthouse and get into that payment plan. Those are the 2 best ways I can tell you to pay it. Mr. Garrett, have a safe, happy holiday season. I'll see you back in the new year, all right?
Sure.
All right, you can put that hat back on, sir, or the hood. Have a good day. All right. Mr. Berry, what about, why don't you take Mrs. Glenn? Did you go in the breakout room and speak with Miss Glenn already?
No, I have not, Your Honor.
Let's call the case, and then you go speak with Miss Glenn, and then we will get Mr. DiMaggio and his client out of here and try to get the rest of the people out of here.
Thank you, Judge.
What are you going to do with your client, Mr. DiMaggio?
Well, I think this case needs to be adjourned, and I'm going to get the police stuff and look into that.
All right, I'm going to set a trial date then.
Right,
well, this is your first appearance with this?
I believe so.
All right, I'll see. This is the city of Detroit. Let's get Glenn out of here, out the breakout. ahead and get Glenn out of the breakout room, Mr. Berry, and then I'll come on back. Let's go back on the record with Ms. Gutierrez. Ms. Gutierrez, I've given you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Counsel, what's your client want to do?
We want to set up for a pretrial if possible so I can get it.
Ms. Gutierrez, is that what you was set? It was set for a show cause, so I will give you a pretrial date.
Thank you.
I'll give you a pretrial date. That date will be January 21st, 2025 at 8:30 a.m. If it's nothing further, January 21st, 2025, 8:30. One
other thing, Judge. Mr. Gutierrez has a court date at 1:30. Do you have any
I told her already, all of that stuff is going to be on today. I called every case she had down here.
So there's nothing at 1:30?
Not guilty plea. We packaged them all together.
Okay.
All right. All right. If there's nothing further, Ms. Gutierrez, you don't have to show back up at 1:30. All right. You're come back on January 21st. Have a safe, happy holiday season, and best of luck to you.
Okay, and this is for both of the cases?
Yes.
On the 21st?
Yeah, all the cases that you had in the record, yes.
Okay.
Ms. Gutierrez, do you know how to use the chat? Could you put your phone number in the chat?
Go back in the breakout room.
Okay, we'll breakout room.
Exchange numbers.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
This is the City of Detroit versus Catherine Edith Glenn. Case number SP 1527268, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 158415551, SP 158458081, SP 159994931. Appearance for the record, please.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning to you, Ms. Glenn. Mr. Berry, are you there?
He is not. Do you want me to place my appearance?
I'm trying to bring him up. Mr. Berry, state your name for the record, please, for Catherine Edith Glenn.
Elwood S. Berry Jr. on behalf of the defendant. State your full name, Ms. Glenn.
Catherine Edith Glenn.
All right, Officer Courtney, good morning to you. Can you put your appearance on the record, please?
Yes, sir. I'm Officer Daniel Courtney.
Badge number and department, please.
Badge number 223, Detroit Police Department.
Good morning to you. Sessions McLeod, I don't believe I saw Sessions McLeod. And I don't believe that I saw Officer Wise. If there's Officer Wise or Officer Sessions McLeod, please state your name, please. Not seeing those officers in the room and not in any of the breakout rooms. Go ahead, Counselor. What's going to be the resolution if any, if you reach one?
Well, we moved to dismiss the matters of the new officers not showing. And I've not had an opportunity to speak with Ms. Glenn regarding the remaining offers.
Oh, you haven't had an opportunity, correct?
That's correct.
All right, go to the breakout room. I'm going to put you in breakout room number 2, Ms. Glenn. Speak to Mr. Berry. And today is the date time set for trial, all right? So join Ms. Glenn. I'm going to switch you to breakout room 2.
Thank you.
Join the room, please. All right. Ms. Harris, are we ready on Mr. Lopez?
Ready, Your Honor.
Señorita
Let's go
Harris,
back
ya
on the
estamos
record.
lista con el señor López.
Let's go back on the record, Mr. Miguel Lopez.
Vamos a seguir en las actas de la causa del señor Miguel López.
Mr. Lopez, I've given you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Counsel, what's your client want to do?
Señor, ya le dio una oportunidad de hablar con su abogada. Abogada, ¿cómo quiere proceder?
Your Honor, my client just needs an opportunity to make an appointment to obtain his license.
Su señoría, mi cliente necesita un tiempo para poder hacer una cita con el Departamento de Tránsito para solicitar su licencia de conducir.
We'll set a pre-trial date for January 21st, 2025 at 8:30 a.m.
Muy bien, entonces vamos a fijar una fecha previa al juicio para el 21 de enero del año 2025 a las 8:30 de la mañana.
¿Lo mismo hora que hoy?
So is at the same time as today, Your Honor?
Yes.
Sí.
Okay, va a ser January 21, 2005 at 8:30.
So is that going to be January 21st, 2025 at 8:30 a.m.? Sí.
Okay.
There's nothing further, Mr. Lopez. Have a safe, happy holiday season and best of luck to you.
Si ya no hay nada más, que tenga muy buenas fiestas, señor López, y mucha suerte para usted.
Okay. Muchas gracias por ayudarme y que tenga un bonito tarde y feliz Navidad and Happy New Year, everyone.
Thank you so much for all your help. Have a great afternoon and happy Christmas to everyone.
Thank you.
Gracias, señor. Ya se puede desconectar.
Okay, muchas gracias. Feliz Navidad. Que tenga un bonito día.
Gracias igualmente.
Okay, Mr. Gil Blanco, you need to turn your camera on, please.
Señor Gil Blanco, por favor, prenda su cámara, por favor.
All right. Let's go back on the record with Mr. Gil Blanco. Ms. Harris, can you put your appearance on the record? I've already called the case.
Vamos a regresar en la causa del señor Gil Blanco y abogada Harris, por favor, ponga su nombre en las actas.
Erica Harris, on behalf of Mr. Gil Blanco, please state your name for the record.
Cherica Harris, representando al señor Gil Blanco. Señor, por favor, diga su nombre para que conste en actas.
Juan Sebastián Gil Blanco.
Juan Sebastián Gil Blanco.
Right, today is the date and time set for a pre-trial. Go in the breakout room, get Mr. Gil Blanco an updated offer, and keep in mind, Mr. Gil Blanco, you have an absolute right to a trial.
Estamos aquí en la audiencia previa al juicio. Le voy a dar la oportunidad de que entre a un cuarto privado para hablar con su abogado y tenga en cuenta, señor Blanco, que usted siempre tiene el derecho a tener un juicio.
Join the room, please.
Y acepte, por favor, la invitación para el cuarto privado.
He's in there. On the iPhone. On the iPhone. Good morning. Oh, there. On the telephone at 313-800. 8283. Good morning to you. What is your name? What is your name on the telephone at 313-800-2283? ICC, Buenos dias. Buenos dias. Who's on that telephone?
Dile hi.
Hi,
Hi, what is your name, sir?
Jose Lopez.
Repeat.
Jose Lopez.
Jose Lopez.
Yes.
Buenos dias.
Buenos días.
Jose Gutierrez Lopez.
Yes.
Goodlow Lopez. Necesitas interpreter?
Yes, please.
Un momento.
Okay.
On the telephone, 313-659-8928.
Veronica Little, my tablet had went dead.
Okay, give me a minute, Miss Little. I'm gonna put you back in with Miss Harris, all right?
All right.
No.
All right, we're waiting on a lawyer. Any lawyers? What happened to Mr.
Judge, I'm
Greenfield?
ready.
All right. Who are you ready on, Miss?
Marcus Gibbs, there's no police.
The City of Detroit versus Marcus Charles Gibbs, case number SB 1560123, counts 1, 2, and 3. Appearance from the record, please.
Good morning, Melita Barrett on behalf of Marcus Gibbs, P43238. Judge, this matter was set for trial today. It's my understanding the police aren't here. Make a motion that it be dismissed.
All right, is there Joel DuBois? I haven't seen that person join the breakout. I'm gonna grant a motion to dismiss no officer. Nothing further, Mr. Gibbs. Mr. Gibbs, did you state your name for the record?
Marcus Gibbs.
Good morning to you. Nothing
Morning
further. Have a safe and happy holiday season. Best to you.
You as well.
What about the other clients where?
Judge, I'm not ready yet.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
What about Greenfield? Did you ever speak with anybody, Mr. Greenfield? Or Mr. Gray? Mr. Gary, sorry.
Yes, good morning. Hello? Yes, how you doing, man? How you doing, Judge?
Very good, I'm Omar. All right, let's wait. We're waiting on a lawyer now. Ms. Barrett, your client, Giles Brown, is asking for you in the breakout room.
Okay, which room did he go to? Because I was in there. Let me see.
He's at 7.
Okay,
You're
thanks. I'll go.
already assigned to 7, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You have to text maybe Mrs. Walker if you have her information, because she left the room.
Okay, thank you.
I do have Veronica Little here.
Are we able to check the status of her license?
I'm sure we can.
Thank you.
Veronica Little's license.
And also the status of Mr. Gil Blanco's license?
Are we ready on Giles Brown?
Yes, Judge.
Little is not licensed. This is the city of Detroit versus Trayvon Cornelius Giles Brown. Case numbers SP 1406808, counts 1 and counts 2. SP 144568551. Appearance for the record, please.
I'm gonna take a 15.
Good morning, Melita Barrett on behalf of Trayvon Brown Giles. Judge, this is set for trial today. The police officers are here. I talked to the city attorney, and the offer for him would be to plead to reduce charge, open alcohol vehicle passenger, balance to be dismissed.
All right, Corporal Spidell, good morning to you. Can you put your appearance on the record, please?
Good morning, Corporal Spadell, Batch 402, Detroit Police Department.
All right. Who else is here on Giles Brown? Is that the only? Person that we have, officer that we have?
Taking a 15.
Officer Dubuck? Well, on that ticket, the officer didn't show. He still wants to plead to the amended count. Improper moving alcohol in the motor vehicle.
No, Judge, when I spoke with the city attorney, I guess she didn't know that he wasn't here. We would ask that be dismissed. I probably have to go back and talk to her again.
Yeah, you have to talk to her, and she's not here. I don't know if you have her cell or not.
No, I don't have her cell.
Need to get Miss Walker back in here, please.
I can text her and ask her to come back.
Thank you. Let's pass the matter, let's wait. Are you ready on anyone, Ms. Harris?
No, I am having a messaging with Ms. Walker right now.
All right, what about Mr. Greenfield? Did anybody work on Mr. Greenfield's case? Mr. Berry?
I did not, Your Honor. I have Miss Glenn. And
yeah, the Shamar Greenfield was one of the earlier cases, and he had a unsafe and a no ops. Oh, speak to Miss Harris, Miss Walker. He indicates that he wasn't speeding, that he wasn't driving in an unsafe manner. I don't know. If she wants to hear about that unsafe manner, that's what we were holding up on. Whatever unsafe manner is. And then if Miss Walker wants to come in and hear him and make a decision based on that, or if she wants to set a formal hearing, or if he wants to say that he was driving in an unsafe manner, then we will, let's see what unsafe manner.
She is currently in 133. She is making her way back as soon as she can.
All right. Let's see. Let's try to see what unsafe manner is. Give me a minute.
Your Honor, was Mr. Gil Blanco's license valid?
Hold on.
Ms. Barrett and Mr. Berry, I'll send you to 4 with Mr. Geringer.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Did you need to talk to the prosecutor, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna send him to room 4 and you guys can meet him in there.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Okay, there will.
Madam Clerk,
Yes,
do we know if the license was
go ahead.
the license valid for Gil Blanco?
Yes, but
Thank you.
make sure his name is Juan Sebastian Gil Blanco.
Question, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna say it is.
And verify his birthday for me too.
Okay. Yes, that's the one that's on the docket. I will ask him when I go back into the breakout room.
Thank you.
They what? Smell?
His birthday.
Oh. All right, who are we ready on anyone?
We just want to break on the very end. Very end.
Yes.
Not yours.
Okay. Garrett. Garrett. We said, let's see, that's the matter. They do have a phone number here for unsafe manner. 257 627. Let's see what it says. 257 627. Mr. Berry.
Hello, Judge.
Oh. Yes.
You called me. We did get a new offers for improper plates.
And Mr. Garinger gave that to you?
Yes, just a minute ago.
All right, let's go back on the record for Mr. Giles Brown. The offer is improper plates.
No hablan, se mueven.
Melita Baird, on behalf of Mr. Brown Giles, Judge, he will waive his right to accept that improper plates, no point offense fine.
Is that what you want to do, Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Can you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Or you can put your hand down. Do you understand the maximum possible penalty for this offense is 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines?
Yes.
You understand that you have an absolute right to a trial?
Yes.
Ms. Barrett went over your other advice and rights in breakout room, did she not?
Yes.
You understood those rights?
Yes.
You have any questions about those rights?
No.
You know by taking a deal, you're going to give those rights up?
Yes.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what's been stated in the record?
No. So what's staying in the record? So I'm only getting so it's for the improper plate.
Improper plate.
Okay. Yeah.
Let me draw your attention back to November the 11th, 2022, at around 11:39 a.m. in the city of Detroit, in the area of Greenfield and Jeffries Freeway. Did you have an occasion on that day to come encounter with the Detroit Police Department?
On Jeffries Freeway. You mean Southfield Freeway?
Jeffries Freeway, Greenfield, southbound Greenfield, Jeffries Freeway.
Yes.
Were you operating a motor vehicle?
Yes.
A 2015 Chrysler?
Yes.
Did the officer ask you to produce some registration for that vehicle?
Yes.
If you couldn't do so, could you?
No.
Why is that?
Because I didn't have my registration on me.
Very well. Find your client guilty of the amended count of improper plate. $240 fine. I'll dismiss upon payment. Stipulate the probable cause for dismissal.
So stipulated.
All right. With that, sir, 240. When can you pay, Mr. Giles Brown?
I can pay it Friday, tomorrow. I'll pay it tomorrow.
All right, come back tomorrow morning. Once it's paid, pay it at any DivDat kiosk in the city of Detroit. I'm told you can upload the DivDat app to your phone. Those are the two best ways I can tell you to pay it, or come on down to the courthouse. That way we can close it out and dismiss the case, all right?
So what time do the courthouse close today? Because I don't get off until 3 o'clock.
It closes at about 4:30, I think. What time does court close? 5 o'clock? Sarah? Yeah, what time does the court close? 4:30.
Okay, it's closed at 4:30 tomorrow as well.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna try.
If you pay it at the kiosk or you upload that kiosk on your phone, it'll go through instantly.
Okay, do I need a special number for the kiosk?
Pardon me?
Do I need like a special code to put in the kiosk?
No, you just use your name.
My name, okay, and I found the kiosk, like at the Secretary of State, correct?
Pardon me?
I find the kiosk at the Secretary of State.
No, at any Myers or CVS's or things like that, or you can. I'm told you can upload the kiosk to your phone. Did that? DIDDAT.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Safe and happy holiday season, sir. Come on back tomorrow once you get that paid, and we'll close it out.
Okay. Right. So I didn't get any points for that.
No points.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Best of luck to you.
You too. Bye.
All right, thanks. See you later, Judge.
So on the Mr. Berry on the way it's written, any individual operating a vehicle on a highway shall operate that vehicle at a careful and prudent speed not greater than nor less than is reasonable and proper, having due regard to the traffic surface and width of the highway and of any other condition existing at the time. An individual shall not operate a vehicle on a highway at a speed greater than that which will permit a stop within the assured clear distance ahead. A violation of this subsection shall not be known and may be referred to as violation of the basic speed law. Except as provided in section 1, it is lawful for the operator of a vehicle to operate that vehicle on a highway at a speed not to exceed the following: 15 miles per hour on a highway segment within the boundaries of a mobile home park, as that term is defined in section 2 of the mobile home park. 25 miles per hour on a highway segment within a business district. 25 miles per hour on a highway segment within the boundaries of a public park. A local authority may decrease the speed limit to not less than 15 miles per hour in a public park under its jurisdiction. 25 miles per hour on a highway segment within the boundaries of a residential subdivision, including a condominium subdivision consisting of a system of interconnected highways with no through highways and a limited number of dedicated highways that serve as entrances and two exits from the subdivision. 25 miles per hour on a highway segment that is part of the local street system as designated by a local jurisdiction and approved by the State Transportation Commission and that is within land that is zoned for residential use by the governing body of an unincorporated city or village. 25 miles per hour on a highway segment with 60 or more vehicle per access points within a half mile. 30 miles per hour on a highway segment with not less than 50 vehicular access points, but not more than 59 vehicle access points in a half mile. 35 miles per hour with the 45 vehicle access points. 40 miles per hour on the segment with not less than 40 vehicle access points, no more than 44. 45 miles per hour, and and then an individual operating a truck with a gross weight of 10,000 pounds or more, a tractor trailer, that doesn't apply. I don't believe, no, we didn't. We were posted where the posted speed limit is greater than 65 miles per hour. Individual operating a school bus. Okay, he wasn't operating that. So it's 257.627, Mr. Berry. That's what they say he violated. Now, what's the problem? Most that would apply to Mr. Greenfield and that they say he was operating a 2013 Chevy passenger vehicle. So stopping a near distance could mean that he had an accident and ran into someone. So, Mr. Berry, did you speak to Mr. Geringer about it?
No, Your Honor. I don't have a notice to Mr. Greenfield, but I have Miss Glenn.
Miss Harris, did you have Mr. Greenfield? I think you have him, Mr. Berry. You marked out allowing Shamar Greenfield.
Yes.
He's one of the first ones at the top.
Yes. No license and limited access 1 to 5, allowing and limited access 1 to 5.
Let's go back on the record with Mr. Greenfield. So we were here, and off the record, I read the code, and I'll give you the code again, that they allege that Mr. Greenfield violated MCL 257.627. And off the record, I read a lot of that statute and that the most pertinent parts that would apply with Mr. Greenfield, as far as what the officer alleges that had happened and the type of vehicle that Mr. Greenfield was alleged to have been driving. He indicates that he was not speeding. So we were here for the limited access 1 to 5, which will abstract $125. Why don't you, if you want to speak to Mr. Geringer and have Mr. Greenfield in there, if you want to, he can explain things to you. Let me let you go re-engage Mr. Greenfield and speak with him in a breakout room, and then let him tell his side. You can talk to Geringer about it. He's already pled to the allowing.
All right.
$240. Join the room, please. Rejoin the room, Mr. Greenfield.
Yes, sir.
Let's pass the matter. Ms. Harris, are we ready on anyone?
Gil Blanco.
Let's go back on the record with Mr. Gil Blanco. Mr. Gil Blanco, I've given you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Counsel, what's your client want to do?
Vamos a seguir en las actas con el señor Gil Blanco. Señor Gil Blanco, le di la oportunidad de hablar con su abogada. Abogada, ¿qué es lo que va a proseguir?
Your Honor, there's a recommendation to dismiss all matters. We ask the court to adopt the recommendation.
Su señoría, hay una recomendación de sobreseer todas las causas. Amablemente le pedimos que se sobresean las causas.
Go rejoin the room, Mr. Geringer. I'm going to switch and make it easy for you.
Hey, Mr. Green.
Mr. Green, let me switch.
Send me back up.
Case is dismissed.
Se va a sobreseer la causa.
A safe and happy holiday season and best of luck to you.
Que tenga muy buenas fiestas y mucha suerte para usted, señor. Se puede retirar.
Ok, o sea, entonces no tengo nada.
So, am I all done?
Yes.
Así es.
Ok, muchísimas gracias, de verdad.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Feliz Navidad a todos y que la pasen muy bien con sus familias.
Merry Christmas to everyone, and I hope you have a great time with your family.
Thank you as well. Thank you.
Gracias igualmente. Se puede retirar.
Ms. Harris, go back in there with Miss Little. Miss Little does not have a valid driver's license. I will join the room. She's in there.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that. Oh, I had so much for people that I can't just do per hour, so they follow like a big trade for kids.
Gotcha.
Because people were very.
Are we ready on Little?
Ready, Your Honor. Will the court take the plea even without video?
Yeah. I saw Ms. Little earlier. Let's go back on the record with Ms. Veronica Little. Ms. Little, I've given you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Counsel, what's your client want to do?
Your Honor, it's my understanding my client is entering a plea. She would be entering a plea to failing to display a valid license and limited access 1 to 5 over. We would stipulate to the face of the ticket for purposes of the factual basis and stipulate to probable cause for the dismissals.
And then that incorporated her cases this afternoon as well, right?
I only have a morning docket. I did not know that she had cases this afternoon.
Yeah, 3 more cases. She has an allowing, a no insurance misdemeanor, and unregistered untitled.
So a total of 9 and not 6.
Oh, you have 6. You have 6. Okay, so you already, so you included the 6 cases the city knew about, right? I have 6 misdemeanors in no insurance, license improper, disregard a red signal. And then the other set of cases, allowing, no insurance, unregistered untitled.
I have them all at 8:35, so that's why I was a little confused.
Okay, very good, very good, very good. All right, that was another person. I confused you. I was confused. All right, you want to take
So
the deal?
I was right. Thanks.
Always red, right? What about disregarding a red signal? What was that gonna be? Limited access, you said?
Yes, 1 to 5 over.
All right, and then the failure to display, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
You wanna take the deal, Ms. Little?
Yes.
Can you raise your right hand, please? Is it raised?
Yes.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
All right, you can put your hand down. Do you understand the maximum possible penalty for this offense is 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines?
Yes.
Do you understand that you have an absolute right to a trial?
Yes.
Mr. Harris went over your other advice or rights in the breakout room, did she not?
Yes.
You understood those rights?
Yes.
Do you have any questions about those rights?
No.
Do you know by taking the deal, you're gonna give those rights up?
Yes.
Has anyone offered you anything other than what's been stated in the record?
No.
Let me draw your attention back to October the 18th, 2024 at around 8:04 p.m. in the city of Detroit near Plymouth. And did you have an occasion on that day to come in encounter with the Detroit Police Department?
Yes.
Were you operating a motor vehicle?
Yes.
Did the officer ask you to produce a valid driver's license?
Yes.
You couldn't do so, could you, ma'am?
No.
Why is that?
Because I don't have one.
Very good. I'm going to find your client guilty of the amended count of failure to display. Will you stipulate on behalf of your client for the face of the ticket as an accurate factual basis for that responsible plea, limited access 1 to 5, Mr. Harris?
So stipulated, Your Honor.
All right, with that stipulation, I'm going to find her responsible for the amended count of limited access. Stipulate the probable cause. I'll dismiss the other matters.
So stipulated, Your Honor.
All right, Miss Little, I'm going to fine you $240 for the failure to display, and $125 for the limited access 1 to 5. When can you pay it, ma'am?
I need a payment arrangement.
Are you working?
No.
I'm gonna cut you a break. I'm not gonna fine you for the limited access. I'm gonna set this matter for pay by January 13th, 2025, and I'm gonna mark the file allow payment plan. So either pay it off by January 13th, pay it at any DivDat kiosk in the city of Detroit. I'm told you can upload the DivDat app to your phone, or come on down to the courthouse and pay it in person, or come on down to the courthouse before that time and get into a payment plan, okay?
So how much do I have to pay?
$240, ma'am.
Okay.
Best of luck to you. Have a safe and happy holiday season.
Same to you.
Thank you. Miss Harris, this is the city of Detroit, and Miss Interpreter June. Give me the correct pronunciation of your last name, Interpreter.
Ju.
This is the city of Detroit versus D'Augusto Cesar Gutierrez. Case number is SP 163-5432, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 163-54331. Appearance for the record, please.
Estamos en la causa de la Fiscalía contra el señor Augusto César Gutiérrez. El número de la causa es SP 163-5432, con los cargos 1, 2 y 3, terminando en 331. Comparezcan, por favor.
Erica Harris, on behalf of Mr. Gutierrez, please state your name for the record.
Mi nombre es
Buenos
Cherica
días.
Harris, estoy representando al señor Gutiérrez. Por favor, diga su nombre para que conste en actas.
Buenos días. Soy Augusto César Gutiérrez.
Good morning. My name is Augusto Cesar Gutierrez.
All right, good morning. Turn your camera on, sir, please.
Por favor, prenda su cámara, señor.
Oh, you have again.
Today is the date and time set for a pre-trial. Ms. Harris, I'm gonna put Mr. Gutierrez in a breakout room with you and have a conversation, get him an updated offer, please.
Hoy es el día de su audiencia previa al juicio. Lo voy a poner con su abogada en un cuarto privado.
He's got to turn his camera on.
Tiene que prender su cámara.
He has an absolute right to a trial if he does not like the offer. Join the breakout room, please.
Tiene el derecho a tener un juicio si a usted no le gusta la oferta. Por favor, acepte la invitación para el cuarto privado.
Let's pass the matter.
Estoy escuchando todo ahorita, pero el teléfono como que no me marca donde aceptar la invitación.
I can hear you well. However, I have not received an invitation for the private room.
You have not turned your camera on like I asked.
Tiene que prender su cámara. Le pregunté que prendiera su cámara.
All right, we'll put him at the end of the line.
Lo vamos a poner al final.
All right, Mr. Berry, what about Mr. Greenfield?
Well, Your Honor, it would appear that the basis would have to be in the way of changing lanes. That the context of this particular statute, and Mr. Geringer is here with me. He doesn't have any greater insights as to this particular ticket. We were hopeful that the ticket itself might give us insight.
It doesn't give any insight. It just, and what do you mean by changing lanes?
The statute covers a finding by an officer that, you know, in changing lanes, there was a change of lanes around the officer, and then
I didn't hear any of that in the statute. The statute only addresses speed limits. So and here's the deal. The statute, it's clear. Unfortunately, this is why I don't operate on ROAs, because on the ROA, it says unsafe manner, and then here it does say violation of basic speed law / drove unsafe manner. So, but they gave the particular statute, which does not, what I read, does not have anything to do with changing lanes. It's got speed limits, and that's 257-627. Now, I know, Mr. Geringer, you don't have the ability to have your officer here. This was a no-ops and an unsafe manner. And when we were taking the plea, Mr. Greenfield accepted responsibility for the allowing, but when we talked about the unsafe manner, he indicated to us that he was not speeding. So I don't know what you want to do.
Okay.
You know,
so he was already going to plead, Your Honor, he was going to plea on the allowing that was reduced from a license offense. Is that correct?
Yeah, he already pled to that.
He's already pled that? Okay. You know, Judge, seeing as he's already pled on one of these charges, the people are going to dismiss this driving on an unsafe manner.
Dismiss on the civil infraction. When can you pay the $240, sir?
Around the 3rd of January.
January 13th, come back on January 13th, either pay it at any DivDac kiosk in the city of Detroit, or come on down to the courthouse and pay it in person, or you can pay it. I'm told you can upload the DivDac app to your phone, or
I just did that. Listening to you.
Or you go to, come on down to the courthouse and enter a payment plan. I have the file marked payment plan. Come back January 13th. Let us know what you did. Have a safe and happy holiday season, sir, and best of luck to you.
You as well, sir.
Thank
you.
Your Honor, could I get Miss Glenn back in a breakout room, please?
Ms. Glenn, go back in breakout room 2, please.
Okay.
All right, let's go with Mr. Did he ever unmute him? I mean, turn his camera on? No, he didn't. So let's go with the city of Detroit versus Dahar Gomez Hernandez. Case number where's this? Case numbers SP 1612345, counts 1 and counts 2. Appearance for the record, please.
Estamos en la causa de la Fiscalía contra el señor Daher Gómez Hernández. El número de la causa es SP 161-23452-OT. Comparezcan, por favor.
Erica Harris, on behalf of Mr. Gomez Hernandez, please state your name for the record.
Jerica Harris, representando al acusado. Por favor, diga su nombre para que conste en actas.
Daer Gómez Hernández.
Daher Gómez Hernández.
For purposes of arraignment, my client stands mute.
Por propósito de la lectura de cargos, mi cliente va a permanecer callado.
Enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf will give your client a $0 bond and get your client an updated offer. Your client has an absolute right to a trial if he doesn't like the offer.
Voy a presentar una declaración de no culpable en su favor. Tiene una causa de 0 balance y le voy a dar un estimado y por favor dígale a su cliente la oferta.
Join the breakout room, please.
Por favor, acepte la invitación para el cuarto privado.
Are we ready, Mr. Berry?
Ready on Miss Glenn, Your Honor.
Let's go back on the record with Miss Glenn. Miss Glenn, did we call the case? We called the case into the record. I've given you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Counsel, what's your client want to do?
Your Honor, my client stands ready to enter a plea to the disregarding a device sign and all the remaining matters to be dismissed.
All right, you know that's a 3-point offense. You know that, Miss Glenn?
Yes, sir.
All right. Stipulate to the face of the ticket as an accurate factual basis for that responsibility on behalf of your client.
So stipulated, Your Honor.
Stipulate the probable cause for the dismissal of the other matter. Well, you know, you just pay it, $156.
Okay.
So we don't have to do anything. We'll dismiss the other matters. I'll waive the warrant fees. And there's no specific date that you need to pay that. I mean, you need to pay it as soon as you can, but I'm gonna
be able to pay it by the 1st.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you deal with the court on that, all right? The
Okay.
downstairs. Safe and happy holiday season, ma'am. And Ms. Mathis, I don't think we need to do anything to this one except close the ones out that are dismissed. All right.
Thank you. You have a blessed day. I appreciate you.
You too. Officer Courtney, you be safe out there. Have a safe and happy holiday season.
Thank you, Your Honor. You too. Happy holidays.
Thank you. All right. Let's go down to Mr. Damon Gary. Did I ever get Damon Gary's file? Is Damon Gary on the docket today?
Yes.
Yes, right at the top. All right. Mr. Berry, this is the city of Detroit versus Damon Rayshawn Gary Jr., case number SP 1609033, counts 1 and counts 2. Appearance for the record, please.
Elwood S. Berry Jr. on behalf of the defendant. State your full name, Mr. Gary.
My name is Damon Rayshawn Gary Jr.
Good morning to you, sir. Today is the date and time set for a pretrial. Mr. Berry, get Mr. Gary an updated offer. And Mr. Gary, keep in mind you have an absolute right to a trial. Join the breakout room, please. He had an appointed attorney he needed. Did time out of an appointed attorney ever got appointed to him? Go ahead and speak with him. All right. I think that the other, I don't know if anybody else needs. Gaines did not show. Graham did not show. And Green did not show. Corporal Bennett, you're free to leave. Good morning to you. And I think that's the only other officer that we have. Mr. Garner, I'll let you be safe out there, Corporal Bennett.
I'm sorry. Hey.
All right.
Oh.
Ms. Garner, you're here. What did you're not supposed to be here till tomorrow, you know that?
Yes, sir. My son has an emergency surgery he has to have in the morning, and you told me to go down. I went in to take my test for my driver's license, and they gave me a denial order saying for 6 months. But they said if I go to Hazel Park, I went down there and they want me to pay $240 to get it off my record so that I can go get my license.
City of Detroit versus Nicole Garner, case number SP 125-88461. That's NIKKOLE, right? GARNER, correct?
Yes, sir.
Right. Today, well, we'll call the date and time set for pretrial. We'll have it set tomorrow. Come back on the 20th of February, okay? Hopefully you'll get a license. But more importantly, hopefully the surgery goes well. We'll be praying for you and your son. And I'm sure it's going to go well. And we'll keep you in our prayers.
Thank you.
February 20th, 2025 at 9 a.m. Best of luck to you. Have a safe,
Thank you.
safe, happy holiday season.
Thank you.
And thank you for letting us know.
Yes, sir.
All right. All right. Who was appointed to? Can we get one on the spot?
Yeah, thank you.
Please stay muted. Don't unmute yourself. I said don't unmute the device. I don't want to hear your conversation. All right, let's go back on the record with Mr. Gomez Hernandez. Mr. Gomez Hernandez, I've given you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Counsel, what's your client want to do?
Muy bien, vamos a regresar en las actas con el señor Gómez Hernández. Señor Gómez, le di la oportunidad de hablar con su abogada. Abogada, ¿qué es lo que desea hacer?
Your Honor, my client did present a license that is not expired.
Su señoría, mi cliente presentó una licencia válida de conducir.
With regards to the insurance matter, the car is not in his name.
Y con respecto a la otra imputación de no tener un seguro automovilístico, el carro no está a su nombre.
Well, that's gonna be a matter that you're gonna have to take up with, Mr. Geringer, or we set a trial date on that.
Bueno, esa es una causa que usted va a tener que conllevar con el fiscal o va a tener que fijar una fecha para un juicio.
And I'm running the driver's license to see if the license is valid.
Y ahorita mismo voy a checar la licencia de conducir para asegurarme que no está caduca.
He's in 4, Ms. Harris.
Yes, I'd rather go and say the license is valid. That might help.
The license is valid.
La
Thank you.
licencia de conducir es válida. Gracias, dice su abogada.
Buenos días, princesita, todavía estoy en la reunión.
Apague su micrófono, por favor.
I asked him to mute himself. He keeps on unmuting his device. And I told him, and I'm gonna say it one more time, do not unmute your device until I ask you to.
Ya le dije, por favor, que apague su micrófono. No le voy a preguntar una vez más que lo haga. Apague su micrófono hasta que se llame su causa.
Are we ready on Mr. Gomez Hernandez?
¿Estamos listos con el señor Gómez Hernández?
Yes, Your Honor, there's a recommendation to dismiss.
Sí, su señoría, hay una recomendación para sobreseer la causa.
Case is dismissed. Mr. Gomez Hernandez, have a safe, happy holiday season and best of luck to you.
Se va a sobreseer la causa, señor Hernández, que tenga muy buenas fiestas y mucha suerte para usted. Se puede retirar.
¿No tengo que pagar nada?
So I don't have to pay anything?
No.
No.
Oh, muchas gracias y feliz Navidad y gracias a todos.
Thank you so much. Merry Christmas and have a great day, everyone.
Be safe.
Se cuida.
Bye.
Go back on the record with Mr. Gutierrez. Mr. Gutierrez, I've given you an opportunity. Let's put you in a breakout room with Ms. Harris and speak to Mr. Gutierrez. He has an absolute right to a trial if he doesn't want to take the offer.
Regresamos en la causa del señor César Gutiérrez. Señor Gutiérrez, lo voy a poner en un cuarto privado con su abogada. Su abogada le va a dar una oferta y si usted no la quiere tomar, usted tiene el derecho absoluto de tener un juicio. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ms. Barrett, you're back for Mr. Gary?
Yes, Judge.
All right. Mr. Gary, I'm going to put you, let's call it again. Let's go back on the record with Mr. Damon Rayshawn Gary Jr. Mr. Gary, Mr. Barrett, put your appearance on the record for Mr. Gary.
Good morning, Melita Barrett on behalf of Mr. Gary.
The allegations suggest, and I have a copy of the ticket, that he disobeyed lawful order of a police officer and was not wearing a seatbelt. Vehicle was southbound Berkshire from Frankfurt Street. These are the notes. Driver not wearing a seatbelt, conducted a stop. The driver was irate and non-compliant, rolled his window up, and refused to exit the vehicle several times. That's what the allegations suggest. I'm gonna put you in a breakout room with Mr. Gary, have a conversation with him, and then Mr. Geringer is in breakout room 4 if you need to get him off.
Okay. Today, the pretrial judge.
Today is the date and time set for pre-trial. Join the room, he's in there.
Okay, thanks.
All right, we ready on Gary?
Yes, yes, Judge. We just need to get a bench trial date so I can get to discovery.
All right, well, let's get the discovery now so that we know we're not, so you'll have the discovery. I'm gonna put you in a breakout room with Mr. Carringer and request that, please.
Okay.
All right, let's go back on the record with Mr. Gutierrez. Mr. Gutierrez, I see as a recommendation to dismiss.
Vamos a regresar en la causa del señor Gutiérrez. Veo aquí una recomendación de sobreseer la causa. ¿Eso es cierto? Dice su abogada sí.
Bueno,
Yes, Your Honor, that is correct.
Sí, su señoría, eso es correcto.
All right, case is dismissed, Mr. Gutierrez. Have a safe, happy holiday season and best of luck to you.
Esta causa se va a sobreseer, señor Gutiérrez, que tenga muy buenas fiestas y mucha buena suerte para usted.
muchas gracias. Igual a ustedes. Le agradezco mucho.
Y feliz Navidad también. Feliz Año
Thank
Nuevo.
you so much to everyone, and I hope you have a Merry Christmas and also a Happy New Year to everyone.
Thank you so much.
Muchas gracias. Se puede retirar y usted también.
Gracias.
Thank you. Thank you.
City of Detroit versus Jose Godoy Lopez, case number SP 1617088, counts 2 and counts 3. Appearance for the record, please.
Estamos en la causa de la Fiscalía contra el señor José Godoy López. El número de la causa es SP 161-70883 con 1 y 2 cargos. Por favor, comparezcan.
Sherrica Harris, on behalf of Mr. Godoy Lopez, please state your name for the record.
Sherrica Harris, representando al señor Godoy López. Por favor, diga su nombre para que conste en actas.
José Manuel Godoy López.
José Manuel Godoy López.
All right, morning to you. Today is the date and time set for show cause, counsel.
Hoy es el día para mostrar la causa.
For purposes of arraignment, my client stands mute.
Para la lectura de cargos, mi cliente va a permanecer callado.
You are not guilty plea in your client's behalf. Give your client $0 bond. There's also an allegation of no insurance civil infraction.
Voy a aceptar eso y voy a presentar una declaración de no culpable. Le voy a dar una fianza de 0 y hay algunas presunciones que dicen que él condujo un carro sin una licencia válida.
Going to breakout room, get your client an updated offer. Your client has absolute right to a trial.
Lo voy a poner en un cuarto privado con su abogada y ella le va a presentar una oferta. Si usted no está de acuerdo, quiero que sepa que usted tiene el derecho absoluto a tener un juicio.
He's in there. All right, are we ready on, Mr. Gary?
Yes, Judge, we just need to get this bench trial date with the discovery, 21 days.
February 20th, you made that discovery request to Mr. Geringer?
Yes, Judge.
All right, February 20th, 2025 at 9 a.m. is the trial date. Do you have, have you exchanged contact information with Mr. Gary?
Yes, we did, Judge. Thank you.
Very well. Have a safe and happy holiday season, Mr. Gary. Best of luck to you. And I'll see you, I'm sure, before the holiday. If not, Mrs. Barrett, I'll have a safe and happy holidays.
I'll be back.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I had to stop.
Ms. Harris, license?
No, is there a license count?
No, he gave a warning for expired license. Go ahead. What's the question?
He's on his way upstairs to show his documentation because it was the glare from it. I couldn't see it.
All right.
Let's pass
the matter. Let's pass the matter. Let's get Mr. This was yesterday's docket. All right, he's here now. Mr. Goodlow?
Señor
Lopez?
Godoy, Lopez.
I need insurance. I got the registration.
Aquí tengo el registro, pero también necesito su seguro automovilístico.
Mr. Goodlow, step up, please.
Por favor, acérquese.
You can put the phone down.
Y por favor, apague su teléfono.
Lo dejé en mi carro, en la aseguranza.
The insurance is in my car.
Go get it. I need to see it.
Por favor, vaya por él, recógelo y me lo traiga.
Here, take that back.
Y agarre esto, por favor.
I put him in the waiting room. Maybe once he's in the car, we give him 10 minutes, we can pull him back in and he can show that instead of coming back in the building.
I think he's gonna send. Can you let him know that?
Señor, por favor, cuando esté en su carro, se puede unir por el teléfono y no la puede mostrar por el teléfono.
Okay.
All right. All right, let's pass that matter. This is yesterday's docket. This is the city of Detroit versus Romero Sanchez Gonzalez, case number SP 1642454, counts 1, 2, and 3, and SP 164-24611. Appearance for the record, please.
Estamos en la causa de la fiscalía. ¿Necesita un intérprete, señor?
Sí.
Estamos en la causa de la fiscalía contra el señor Ramiro Sánchez Gómez. El número de la causa es SP164-2454 con cargos 1, 2 y 3. Por favor, comparezcan.
Ramiro Sánchez González.
Ramiro Sánchez González.
Elwes Berry Jr. on behalf of the defendant, Your Honor.
Soy el abogado Elwood Berry y estoy representando al acusado, su señoría.
For purposes of arraignment, Your Honor, my client would waive the reading of the information and stand mute.
Y con respecto a la lectura de cargos, mi cliente va a permanecer callado.
And Chair Gutierrez, on behalf of defendant as well, I have the offer, so I figured I would chime in.
Y yo también estoy representando al señor. Mi nombre es Chirica Harris y como tengo aquí su información, me quería presentar en las actas.
All right, do you have the offer? I'll let Ms. Harris, speak to you in a breakout room. Keep in mind, you have an absolute right to a trial.
Lo voy a mandar a un cuarto privado con la abogada Harris. Tenga entendido que usted tiene derecho a tener un juicio.
Join the room, please.
Por favor, acepte la invitación para el cuarto privado.
And Your Honor, because it was from yesterday, I can provide him with the number for the Southwest Community Justice Center.
If he chooses to. Mr. Ogletree. How can we help you? Good morning. How can we help you?
Yes, Judge Carter's called me, asked me to try to log in, but my understanding you guys got someone else.
Yeah, we did.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right, thanks a lot.
Listening.
¿Dónde me puedo unir?
Puedes hacer cosas y no pagar.
All right, let's go back on the record with Mr. Godoy Lopez.
Muy bien, vamos a regresar en la causa del señor Godoy López.
Mr. Godoy Lopez, we're going to dismiss your case. Have a safe and happy holiday season. The cases are closed, okay?
Señor Godoy López, vamos a sobreseer su causa, que tenga unas muy buenas fiestas y por favor cuídese mucho, todas sus causas van a ser cerradas, ¿está bien?
Ya no debo nada.
Do I have to pay something?
No.
No.
Thank you.
Okay, thank
All right,
you.
best of luck to you, Mr. Lopez.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Que tenga muy buen día, buena suerte, señor López.
Let's go back on the record with Mr. Gonzalez. Mr. Gonzalez, I've given you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Counsel, what's your client want to do?
Vamos a regresar en las actas de la causa del señor González. Señor González, le di la oportunidad de platicar con su abogada. Abogada, ¿cómo vamos a proceder?
Your Honor, my client wishes to enter a plea and he is requesting either a payment plan or time to pay.
Su señoría, mi cliente quiere aceptar la oferta y él está preparado para pagar las multas y los costos judiciales. Él está pidiendo un plan de pago.
What is the plea?
¿Y cuál es el acuerdo?
One count of allowing, one count of impeding.
Un cargo de permitir y otro cargo de impedir.
That's what you want to do, Mr. Gonzalez?
¿Eso es lo que usted quiere hacer, señor González?
Sí.
Yes.
Can you raise your right hand, please?
Por favor, suba su mano derecha.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
¿Usted jura y afirma decir la verdad, toda la verdad y nada más que la verdad?
Sí, Omar.
Yes, I do.
You can put your hand down.
¿Ya puede bajar su mano?
Do you understand the maximum possible penalty for this offense is 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines?
¿Usted entiende que la sanción máxima por este delito es de hasta 93 días en la cárcel y una multa de hasta $500?
Sí.
Yes, I understand.
Do you understand that you have an absolute right to a trial?
¿Usted entiende que tiene el derecho absoluto a tener un juicio?
Sí.
Yes.
Ms. Harris went over your other advisor rights in the breakout room, did she not?
Y la abogada Harris le leyó sus derechos constitucionales en el cuarto privado, ¿no fue así?
Oh, sí, leyó.
Yes, she did.
You understood those rights?
¿Y usted entendió esos derechos?
Sí.
Yes.
Do you have any questions about those rights?
¿Tiene usted alguna pregunta acerca de esos derechos?
No, todo está bien.
No, everything is fine.
You know, by taking this deal, you're going to give those rights up.
¿Y usted entiende que al aceptar la culpabilidad usted estaría cediendo esos derechos? Yes.
Has anyone offered you anything other than what's been stated in the record?
¿Y alguien más le ofreció algo más aparte de lo que ya se dijo aquí en las actas?
No.
No.
Let me draw your attention back to November the 8th, 2024 at around 11:07 a.m. in the city of Detroit in the area of Martin and Devereaux Street. Did you have an occasion on that day to come encounter with the Detroit Police Department?
Y déjeme dirigir su atención al 8 de noviembre del año 2024, aproximadamente a las 11:07 de la mañana en la ciudad de Detroit, en las calles de Martin y de Broad. ¿Usted tuvo un encuentro con un policía?
Sí.
Yes.
Sí.
Yes.
Were you operating a motor vehicle?
¿Y usted estaba conduciendo un vehículo motorizado?
Sí.
Yes.
Did you run did you fail to stop at a stop sign, sir?
¿Y usted falló en pararse en el alto?
Sí.
Yes.
Did the officer ask you to produce a valid driver's license?
Y el oficial entonces le pidió su licencia de conducir válida.
Sí, pero no la traía, no la tengo.
Yes, yes, but I didn't have one. I don't have one.
Very good. I'm gonna find your client guilty of the amended count of allowing.
Muy bien, voy a declarar a su cliente culpable en permitir.
And I'm gonna find your client responsible for the amended count of improper plates for failure to stop at a, of blocking traffic, failure to stop at a stop sign.
Y también lo voy a declarar responsable al cargo modificado de bloquear y fallar en parar en el alto.
There's going to be a $240 fine for the allowing. I'll dismiss upon payment.
Esto va a ser, le va a conllevar una multa de $240 y voy a sobreseer la causa ya que usted haya pagado.
And I'm going to give you like an early Christmas present and not fine you for the blocking traffic.
Y le voy a dar un regalo de Navidad y no lo voy a sancionar por bloquear el tránsito.
Stipulate the probable cause will dismiss the other matters.
Así que se estipula que se van a sobreseer, se van a cerrar las otras dos causas.
So stipulated.
Se adhiere la abogada.
All right, I'm going to give you a review date, a return date for January 13th, 2025 at 8:25.
Muy bien, le voy a dar. Sorry. Le voy a dar otra audiencia para que usted regrese a una audiencia de revisión. Va a ser el 13 de enero del año 2025 a las 8:25 de la mañana.
And you either get into I'll allow a payment plan.
Y usted puede tener la opción de un plan de pago.
Or have it paid off by then. You pay it at any DivDat kiosk in the city of Detroit. I'm told you can upload that DivDat app to your phone, or you come on down to the courthouse and pay it in person.
Y para esa fecha usted ya tiene que haber pagado su multa. Usted tiene la opción de pagar la multa en los kioscos que se llaman DivDat. Usted los va a encontrar en la ciudad de Detroit. Y también me han dicho que usted puede bajar la aplicación en su teléfono y pagar por ahí. O simplemente usted puede venir al juzgado 36 de Detroit y pagar en persona.
I'll mark the follow out payment plan. You need to come down to the courthouse and enter into that payment plan if you want to do that before January 13th.
Si usted quiere un plan de pago, usted tiene que venir aquí al juzgado. Usted cuando venga aquí, ahí le van a hacer sus documentos y le van a dar el plan de pagos. Esto tendría que ser hecho antes del 13 de enero del año 2025.
Have any further questions, sir? You have a safe and happy holiday season and best of luck to you.
Si usted ya no tiene ninguna pregunta adicional para mí, solamente le deseo que tenga unas muy buenas fiestas navideñas y mucha suerte para usted, señor.
No, no tengo nada que preguntar. Gracias.
I don't have any questions. Thank you.
Feliz Navidad.
Happy and Merry Christmas to you.
Thank you so much. You as well, sir.
Muchísimas gracias, señor, y buena suerte para usted.
Thank you. Gracias.
Sorry, what was the application that he can pay it on?
DivDat, D-I-V-D-A-T.
D-I-V-D-A. Sorry.
A-T. D-I-V-D-A-T. DivDat.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much. Appreciate everything.
All right. Have a great day.
You too. Happy holidays. Thank you.
Okay, that will conclude the morning. I appreciate everyone, Ms. Ju, and thank you for zooming in and your expertise. We appreciate it. Mr. Garrett, you have a safe and happy holiday season if we don't see you before then.
Thank you, Judge. You too.
Merry Christmas to everyone. Bye.
Feliz Navidad. All right, Ms. Harris, we'll see you. Mr. Barry,